Hi, this is Fame from Sunbelt Transmission TV. Thanks for coming by today. Today we're stopping at Webb Transmission. He's one of my best clients, one of the most knowledgeable guys here in Tampa. His name is Orlando. We're going to look at how to tear apart some CVT variators today, and he was going to show us a method that he used. So let's go into his shop and check it out. This is Orlando's shop. We're trying to do an air check right now. We just are checking the primary and the secondary. We need to get a different nozzle. He's putting nylon straps on it to keep the links from falling apart. So before you remove the chain on any CVT, you always want to tie strap it down. It keeps the chain from falling apart and the links falling apart. A lot of shops don't do this, and they touch the chain, it falls apart. When you're looking at these bolts, they're short. Don't make a mistake and put the wrong bolt in the variator cover. Some are longer, and then you'll end up messing up the exciter plate. So always make sure you use the right bolts and it has an O-ring. Super important. A lot of guys mix up those bolts and they mess up the variator. Direction of the belt. Okay, I'm gonna take it off. This is the way the belt came off, okay? So you got to look at the arrow. See the arrow? So it's a 901/663 belt. It's got to move clockwise. So when it's sitting there, it's going clockwise. Yeah.
We put the tire.
Yeah.
That point is off.
Yeah. So he's showing you the belt. When he puts the tie straps up, he shows them when they're facing up, so he knows they face up. That's a good way to keep the direction right. But you also have to know the direction. So this belt moves moves clockwise. That's what the arrow's telling you right there. It's important you do that. Also, if you look at the keys, you can see the keys. The keys, the wide part is always facing toward the direction it goes. Okay. So that's how you would take the belt off the pulleys. You have to use the TJ1 tool, and it takes the tension off the spring so you can remove the belt. So right now he just took the tension off of the pulley. He's going to go ahead and ping that over to remove the main nut, okay? A lot of the times those nuts are reverse thread anyway. Big mistake, a lot of people, they try to tighten it, it's reverse thread. Remember, it's reverse thread when you take this off, okay? A lot of guys will be tightening it down instead of removing it. So to remove it, you gotta go clockwise, okay? That top gear is removing is where the gear ratio is figured out. This is a piece of metal coming from the variator itself. So the piston is shaving the wall. That's what that means. See that? The piston was shaving. And this is just a cover for it. So now we remove the keeper, which is that ring you removed. That's the keeper. Now he's got to press a little bit to remove the 2 half moons, and it'll release the piston. That's the part we need to put a new seal in. So he's got this tool he made that he presses down on it. He's going to go ahead and relieve the pressure off the spring. Blow on the padding a little bit. That release right there.
Take a picture in the same moment. Bang! Everybody jump.
And the reason he does it in a bucket is because there's little ball bearings. So when it pops, he doesn't want to lose the ball bearings in the variator. So by putting it in the bucket, he saved his ball bearings. He didn't lose them. See that right there? You can see those scrape marks. See that? That's the piston wearing itself out. Where's that thing? That little metal shavings was caused this piece to leak. The variator itself has got some gashes in it. See this? It's actually not a great variator. Should be smoother. This is the part that mechanics don't like to do this repair. For some reason they have trouble doing it. This is the part we're replacing. The way he's installing the piston into the variator right now is not the normal way of doing it. You would normally use the other part of the CVT, the other part, the anvil part, which is the bigger piece. Okay, that would normally that would go through the variator, and then you would drop it in place. He's doing it a little differently. He's going to go ahead and assemble the piston, the spring, and everything in one piece, and then he's going to drop it over the rest of the variator. It's very smart. It's a good way of doing it. The way he did it, he doesn't damage the piston. This is a press fit right here. So in other words, he was able to slide it on. When you normally do it without the way he did it, you would use the press and when it wiggles around and it moves. And when it moves, you damage the wall. This way you're not damaging the wall. You're dropping it right into place. It's pretty smart. Guy we're gonna go visit is Mark at Just Germans. He's one of the premier BMW Mercedes repair facilities in Tampa. He's been doing it forever. He's a good client. Always asks me to fix all his transmission issues that he's having. And sometimes like today, he gave me a project that was out of the normal repair. We did a repair that we usually don't do, but he's in a situation trying to fix it, so I'm trying to help him here, and I'll show you when we get there. Hey, this is Fabian at Just Germans here. This is Mark, he's the owner. One of the premier repair facilities in Tampa. He's been doing Mercedes and BMW for as long as I can remember, what, 20-something years?
35 years.
35 years, more than I know. We did a repair for him on a 722.9 transmission today. What we did is we soldered a new park neutral switch in for him. It was just a repair we did. A lot of shops won't do this type of a repair, but trying to help Mark out here. And if you ever need any really good repair for your Mercedes or your BMW when you're in Tampa, give Mark at Just Germans a call. What's your number, Mark?
It's 813-874-3320.
Very knowledgeable, answer all your questions. Honest. Thank you.
Thank you.